So, Psychic Awakening Pariah finally goes on pre-order this Saturday, and Games Workshop have just told us what's in it. And Necrons have been shafted. However, it's all good, and it's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. And if you're new to the channel and you want to learn about Necrons and more, then please subscribe and hit the bell button to turn on all notifications so you don't miss an upload. Okay, so it's been a long time, but the final Psychic Awakening book is coming. The book that's featuring our Necrons. We've been making videos about Pariah for quite some time, initially thinking that we were going to get the Pariah models back. Of course, we know that isn't happening. And then we had the massive release of the awesome Illuminor model, and I made a video all about that. Then, of course, we had all of the previews of the new Necron stuff, which is coming, and 9th edition. And Pariah went a little bit quiet. Actually, you almost forgot that we were going to get this awesome looking Illuminor model and the Psychic Awakening book, which, well, let's face it, should be featuring some new cool stratagems and, of course, the data slate for Illuminor. Well, we now know what is going to be in this book, thanks to an article by Games Workshop. And, well, it does seem like Games Workshop have shafted Necrons. But I do think this is actually a good thing, and well, I want you to hear me out here. Now, I do appreciate that some people are really into the fluff, the story, especially of the Psychic Awakening, probably collecting all of the books, reading it all, and are very excited about getting this last book and finding out exactly what happens. However, from my point of view, I'm personally not into the story. I haven't read any of the other Psychic Awakening books, and I don't really have any interest in what happens in this last book. In terms of the story, I'm more of a gamer, and what I want from this book is the rules. And we know that the rules for Illuminor are going to be in the book as well. That was always a given. However, we were also expecting some new cool stratagems to go alongside this particular release. They've announced that all the Psychic Awakening books are forward compatible, so they work in both 8th and also 9th edition. So when I found out that Pariah was going on pre-order this Saturday, even though I'm actually trying to save money for the new box set and of course all of the new cool Necron models that are coming, I still was going to buy both the book and Illuminor because, well, it's Necrons.
Necrons!
However, I think now I'm having second thoughts about buying this book. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy it, I'm just saying that I don't think that I am going to buy this book because, well, let's have a look at exactly what is in this book. So here are the contents, and, well, we've got some missions, fine. We've got a lot of Inquisition rules, and then we've got heroes and villains, with Necrons featuring in that section with Illuminor Xeras on page 56 and a data sheet on page 57. So we're going to have 2 pages. Now, potentially on those 2 pages we may have some stratagems as well as the data sheet. However, I'll be surprised if that is the case, because if you look at the Inquisition section, well, they actually have a whole page of stratagems, page 50 in actual fact, but the Necrons, well, we don't have that listed. So I really do think that all we're getting is a data sheet for Illuminor. Now, yes, we've got some missions where you can play out the Psychic Awakening. I don't really play narrative play, and I don't really have any friends who are into narrative play. We just like to play match play generally. So I'm not really interested in the missions. I very much doubt I would play these missions if I had the book. and I'm not really into the fluff. And if I am into the fluff, then, well, I follow quite a number of fluff channels which I'm sure will basically read the story out in one of their videos, so I can listen to the story if I want to. So to be fair, I really would just be buying the book for rules effectively. And okay, if I don't buy this book, I'm not going to have the data sheet for Illuminor, but I'm sure I'd be able to get hold of his data card pretty easily. I mean, I bet Battlescribe, for example, would be updated with his new rules and points levels, etc. So I don't think I really need the book just for the data card. And even if there were a couple of stratagems in there, well, again, I'm sure I'll be able to get hold of those. So personally, I don't think I'm going to pay £25 to get one data sheet, potentially, although it doesn't look like they're there, maybe a couple of stratagems, but I honestly don't think they're going to be in this book. So £25 just for a data sheet. Now, basically that is telling me that Necrons have got shafted. However, I don't think that's the case, because actually I'm quite pleased that Necrons haven't got anything in this book. That means I don't have to buy it. I can save my £25 and I can put that to some of the new Necron models. To be fair, if they brought this book out 6 months ago, I would definitely have bought it regardless of having no stratagems or anything in there, because, well, it would be something new for Necrons. However, we've got so many very cool, very exciting things coming for Necrons very soon. We're almost certainly going to get one of the first codexes to come out with 9th edition, and of course Illuminor Xeris' rules will be in that codex, so I'm going to have the rules in that book anyway, even if I can't get hold of a copy of the data card. So from my point of view, actually being shafted in this Psychic Awakening series is actually a good thing, because it means I can save my money and I don't have to buy the book. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy it, and I know that a lot of people just like to have it on the shelf as a collector's item, or some people like to have it because they like to read the stories, etc. Like I said, that's not my thing, but I'd be very interested to hear what you think of Psychic Awakening Pariah. Will you be buying it as a Necron player? Obviously, if you play Inquisition as well, you're definitely going to be buying this. But if you just play Necrons, is this a book that you are going to spend your money on? Let me know in the comments box below. Beam me up!